What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are on this, the 3rd of April. Making another update today. It's been like 12 hours since my last update or something like that. Maybe even less time than that. We're at about $2.05. The reason why I'm making this update is that and I hope it's very obvious, but the higher prices that we were considering achieving before reaching lower prices inevitably are off the table. Yes, they're absolutely off the table. If that's not abundantly clear by what happened on the last 4-hour period of yesterday's candle. Was that the last one? Yes, it was. It should be clear by now. If it's not obvious, let me tell you, yes. We're not moving up to 230, 245 anymore. We still are moving down to the areas that we long expected that we move down to. But with the price like this and where Bitcoin's at, XRP moved down 5.4% yesterday. Bitcoin itself moved down how much? 3% yesterday. So with this rate growing or decaying, I should say, faster than Bitcoin's decaying, from your current price, I'm expecting Bitcoin to drop 12 to 14%. So if XRP tracked Bitcoin, which it likely doesn't do, it likely does drop a little bit more. It's not going to drop at a 2-to-1 rate, but it likely drops a little bit more. 12% is $1.70, just below $1.80. I doubt you stop there. 14% is at $1.75. Maybe you stop there if Bitcoin only moves down 12%. If we do find support around 73K, maybe. But I doubt you stop there. Likely, my friends, we will see this low being taken out. I think our worst fears have been realized. They haven't been realized yet, but they are coming to fruition. I do believe that the February 3rd low is going to be taken out. We've picked up volume to the downside here on a daily basis, above average, which we haven't seen since March 19th here, this pump right before the dump. Now we're picking up volume on the way down, closing below or at. Is that below? Let's see. What is that closing price? That closing price there is at 202.35. That one's at 202, so a little bit higher. It's not bullish divergence. Oh, technically, I guess it'd be hidden bullish divergence technically, but it only is until it isn't, until we close today red. If today closes green, okay, maybe. But again, I very much doubt that we move back up to these areas. Right? We were anticipating, because everything was pretty damn bullish yesterday. Moments before the announcement was made with all the reciprocated tariffs, right? That it was looking like we'd continue to move up, and we had seen movement up last time too. If we go on the March 4th here, March 4th when the tariffs got announced and they were active, we moved down, but we moved back up, and we moved up for a couple days afterwards. I was thinking, okay, maybe we do that same thing and then we drop, but inevitably the low was still to be expected, right? We weren't getting excited until we saw prices, I think, above like 260, 255, something like that on a daily closing basis, and we never got there. But again, besides things that have nothing to do with anything now, because it's all irrelevant, we likely will see prices that are not just below $1.90, not just below $1.80, but below $1.73, below this low here. And where's the next area that we could find support? Is all hope abandoned for XRP? Is it time to sell out? Absolutely not. It's probably time to buy more. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but even here at $2, man, that's a steal. It really is a steal. Like, remember, think about all the people throughout this range who bought XRP. How many of them bought here? Here or lower? Not many, right? Like out of this whole damn range, not many bought below this line. So it's still, even at $2.05, it's still a really good price. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I do believe it goes lower, and it probably does go lower. But if you have no XRP or you don't feel like you have enough, there's nothing wrong with DCAing at this price. I mean, I can't promise you the future, but I would expect that end of May, end of June comes around, people are going to think you're very smart for buying at $2.05, let alone if we're fortunate enough, if the price does go down. And I like using that kind of language because it actually it's genuine. Fortunate enough to see prices below $1.80. Fortunate enough to see prices that are as low as $1.50, $1.60. And that ultimately is what I'm trying to get to, is I think that we will see prices that interact with this prior area of resistance, mainly because if we break below this low here, we don't really have anywhere else to go other than here. And it's not that XRP can't go lower. It could. I'm going to delete all this stuff here real quick. It absolutely could go lower than $1.50 to $1.60. Why won't it let me grab that? That's so. Oh, it's because I have the lock on. You're not allowed to move. Okay, that's interesting. That's a pointless feature. Maybe it's not pointless, but I don't like it. If I press L, does it lock? No, that does this. What I do would I do Control L? Nope, that's not. Maybe there's some kind of hotkey or something for that. I should look into that. Let's see. Hold on, real quick. Where's the lock at? Nope, there's not. There's not. Anyways, no. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around there. The reason why I have a hard time seeing it's not that XRP can't go below $1.50 or can't go below $1.60. It can, but the reason I have a hard time believing that we get below this daily high close here, which technically is at $1.47, so we could go a little bit below $1.50, is because that's a 28% drop. Even at its worst, I think Bitcoin's gonna not drop too much more than 14%. This would require XRP to drop 2-to-1 versus Bitcoin. And I don't see that happening. I personally don't see that happening. But even if it were to happen, man, like that's how low are you going to go? What, all the way to this area? Now we're dropping 36%. It just seems far-fetched. It seems far-fetched here. It seems far-fetched even lower. So I'm very confident in a couple of things, right? One, we don't go below technically $1.47, and we probably don't even go below $1.50, really, $1.55. But somewhere in that area nonetheless, $1.60, $1.50, somewhere in that area. That's what I'm very confident in. And then two, this low does not hold, right? So I mean, obviously you can't get that without that. But I just, I said that there were two things I'm confident in. One is that this low doesn't hold. Two, these highs will. Essentially is what I'm trying to say. So something in this zone is where we're going to go. Looking at the daily RSI. It's a pretty weak RSI, picking up volume as you're moving down, right? That's not a good thing. It's a good thing if you're looking for lower prices, but likely we do dip into the oversold zone. Once we see that, we'll get some recovery, and I don't expect it's going to be long-lived. You guys, this movement down, this moment to the downside, it's not going to be a long-lived experience. We're going to see prices there for a day, maybe a few days. Maybe it's only a few hours, but it's not going to be a long time. And then in a matter of days and a matter of weeks afterwards, we're going to see prices that are back to where we are now and well above, working our way up to new all-time highs. It's very common, if this is what I think it is, if it's a diamond pattern, a diamond top pattern, I'm going to draw it really poorly here because I just don't care, but it's kind of a diamond top. It might not look like it so much, but if we put it on a weekly basis, you can kind of see it better. It looks like a diamond top, does it not look like a diamond? Let me redraw this here. Maybe it's a little bit better if I redraw it, right? Like this. Oh God, I'm terrible with these diamonds, man. Doesn't it look like a diamond top? Looks like a little diamond there. They're notorious for breaking out at high velocity, one direction, and then pulling back through the breakout point at high velocity too, and even continuing onwards after that, right? Sometimes you pull back and that's it, and then you continue to drop, whatever, but they're known for high velocity, high volatility moves that take place. High velocity means that it's not going to be a long time that we're down here at these lows, even if well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. Let me say high velocity actually means it's not going to be a long time until we're down at these lows. And then if we do get that volatility back, it's also going to be high velocity. So it's not going to be a long time that we're down there or before we move back to these prices and above, okay? $2.05 is the target now. Expect anything from a 50 to a 40-cent drop from here. Everything's going to be fine. I think the end of the month for XRP, you'll be at or above your all-time highs here. At the end of May, at the end of June, you're going to see prices that are in the double digits, $10 and more, $11 and more, maybe as high as $16. Nobody's expecting that, man, but I really do think that XRP is going to go there. I'm curious, actually, just for fun. What is the bullish expectations for XRP's next high? Based on X.com chatter, yeah. Let's just see, because X.com's where it's happening for crypto, man. I had some guy tell me that he wasn't on X.com anymore because he doesn't like Elon Musk, because he thinks he's a Nazi. And it's like, dude, first off, he's not. I mean, if he's a Nazi, he employs a lot of Jews for being a Nazi, man. That's one hell of a Nazi. But he's also been in public praying with Jews, like literally Orthodox Jews and other Jews in public. That's happened also. Like, he's one hell of a Nazi if that's what's happened. But to each their own. I'm not trying to get into that argument with you, whether that is true or isn't true. I don't think that is true, but you think that it is true. Who cares? We can both be wrong. I don't think that I'm wrong. You're wrong. But no, that's not the point. It's a good place to like do yourself a favor, get past your own stuff, whatever it might be. It's a good place to find information. It really is. If you're into crypto and you're letting politics affect your ability to do actual research, which X.com, if you're looking into crypto, does provide a good window for research. You don't have to like the guy that's behind it. I'm not trying to convince you of that, right? I like the guy, but who cares, right? That's not the point. The point is I want you, whoever you are, whatever your beliefs are, I want you to do what's best for yourself and make the right decisions. And you can't do that if you're blind to some of the information. And there's a lot of information when it comes to crypto on X.com. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Just put your BS aside and just nut up and do what's right by yourself. If you want to get in this game, man, you're setting yourself up for a disadvantage if you don't have this as a resource. I'm just saying. You're not going to find accurate information on CNN or ABC or MSNBC. I'll tell you that much as far as crypto goes. They'll tell you where the top is, and that's whenever it's time actually to drop. They'll tell you where the bottom is, or no, I'm sorry. They'll say Bitcoin's going up, and that's whenever it's time to go down. They'll say that Bitcoin's going down, and that's when it's time to go up. And so will a lot of people on X.com, to be completely fair. But let's just see. Price targets, 1650, a frequently mentioned target tied to a 1618 Fibonacci extension level, with one user noting this could be the next wave's peak based on past bullish performance. Really? Is that a 1618 level? Let me see. Is it the 1618 level from here? It wouldn't be from here. No way. Yeah, that's not there. Maybe it's on a linear scale. Let me see. What about an all-time history basis? Other people are calling for 1650, huh? Okay, I agree with that, man. It's a possibility. It really is. But let's just see here. From a high to a low here, definitely not. Definitely not there. Maybe it's this high to low, which we don't talk about this high to low in all fairness too often. So let's just see. And it is more relevant. Let's just see here. That's 641. It must be linear. It must be the linear scale. Let's put this on linear and just see. Get it out of log. Nope. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, I don't see that happening. $16. Whoever's saying that, then Grok, they don't know what they're talking about. Just saying. There's no Fibonacci extension level there. But maybe, whatever. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. $38, another conservative estimate. Conservative. Grok, are you broken? Wow, people. Yeah, you've got this very bullish stuff on X.com. That's what it is. Well, people are more bullish than me then. Maybe I'm more rational saying that we will go to prices that are between about $8.37 to $13.56 with a high potential of like $16.50 by the end of May, by the end of June. Maybe these are just based on cycle ending targets. I don't know, but or maybe it's not even just cycle ending targets, but potential all-time highs that we could ever see for XRP. Maybe that is, maybe the parameters aren't specific enough for Grok. But next, I did say next high, but he could interpret that different ways, I suppose. But I was actually expecting most people to call for like $5, $8, and I was going to be like, look at me, I'm a crazy guy calling for $16. But looks like you guys are the crazy people. Maybe I am crazy. I'm too bearish on it apparently, because a lot of people think we're going to go a lot higher. Don't get me wrong. I do believe XRP will go a lot higher, and I do think that by the end of the cycle, we will see prices that are above $30. We'll see prices that are above $40. XRP, I think, will be a multi-trillion-dollar asset, if not at least over $1 trillion by the end of the cycle. I very much do believe that. But I don't think it's going to happen by the end of May, by the end of June. I think this next high is, and maybe that's what it was, because I did say next high. Maybe he thinks next cycle high. That could be what it is. And I say he. I don't know why. Grok could be anything, right? Sounds like a guy's name to me, though. I don't know. And he gets me. He's a man's man. But anyways, he's an AI. But we're at $2.06 right now. Inevitably, I do believe we'll go above $30, $40 by the end of this cycle. But before then, we're going to have volatility. We're going to have stopping points. And that next stopping point, I think, is going to be somewhere in this area, if not even just above this pink line here, as high as like $16, $16.50, something like that. I've got nothing else for you guys. A little bit lower. We're at $2.06 now. Weekly RSI or monthly RSI is chilling. Very, very bullish posturing. You guys remember what happened here back in 2017. We had a very overbought RSI on the monthly time frame. We consolidated down until we got out of the overbought zone. And then when we ran next, we had a 1 month period where we moved up 746%. Okay. Lower market cap back here, higher market cap now. No crypto reserve status here. Crypto reserve status here. No turbulence with the SEC. Turbulence with the SEC, resolution with the SEC. You've got a bullish front, man. You're only more bullish XRP, not less bullish. We go to the weekly time frame here. Your RSI on that note is phenomenal. It looks spectacular. I wouldn't change a single thing about it, man, other than the fact that you could go a little bit lower. I think you're in a very fine posturing, and you can go lower, and you're still in a posture that is nice, right? You can bounce right off of that 40 and then go all the way up to the overbought zone. It's beautiful, right? Overall, this is a very bullish weekly RSI. Absolutely, it is. Daily RSI, not so much. 4-hour RSI, not so much. 1-hour time frame, it's kind of got a double bottom. I mean, maybe move up a little bit, maybe, but not so much, right? I very much do expect that over the coming days, probably within the next 7 days or less, we will see XRP find support somewhere around $1.60 to $1.50, around there. Maybe by the end of this week, maybe sometime early next week. But if it's the 3rd today, I would say before the 10th, before the 9th even. I think we'll have that resolution, and the rest of April is going to be good. May and June are going to smoke everything out of the water that we've had this month of this year of 2025, and it's going to be a good time, man. We're all going to see the sunshine. We're all going to see the potential this thing has, and I don't think I have anything else to say, so I'm just going to end that there. Hit the like button if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Diamond patterns, diamond tops, they're notorious for breaking out and then being volatile, right? Breaking out one way, being volatile to the other direction, okay? So that's, if we break out to the downside, it's not all over, I promise. All right, that's all I got. Bye-bye.